Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor, and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Pisces. If Pisces is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. All right, let's get started. And so, yes, we have the Wheel of Fortune, or the wheel, right? And this isn't always an easy energy, right? This is like one of those, okay, the wheels are turning, things are going, there is some momentum, and now we need to lock in, right? We have some choices to make here. Some big ones. So let's go ahead. We're going to see, what are the tea leaves going to tell us? How does this energy interact with them? And I want to say here, thank you so much for deciding to hit this video link, hitting the little thumbnail, coming over here, spending your most valuable time with me. It is truly an honor. All right, let's get started. And so also, and this is the part I'm always like, if you want to like, subscribe, or leave a comment, I would love to hear from you. It is free to subscribe. Okay. So it looks like we have a little home over here, the little abode. You can see it kind of looks almost like a little cave or a little hut or something like this, right? It is very much related to, well, having kind of like a nest, the womb to return to, your sanctuary, your temple, okay? I think of like a cozy little squirrel and their little hole in the tree, and they've got it all full of nice fluffy stuff, and they're in there taking their little snooze, and it's snowing outside and it's all beautiful and warm. That's the vibe, right? A really, really comfortable, safe environment. And I think that this is really one of the most important parts of your life, right? And you might say, yeah, duh, Lenor, obviously everybody, really values a home, a place to be, a warm spot. Yeah, but it's not always the top priority. It's not always even in the top 5 priorities for people. So I would say for you, this is one of the fundamental parts of your life. I mean, it really is. You're focused on creating and maintaining this home. Now, because this is kind of a spiritual channel, this doesn't always mean that this is a physical place. This could also be like a spiritual dwelling, an interior place within your interior landscape, somewhere out there in the astral, if you're into building up your kingdom there, which I know some of you are. I know a lot of you do different kinds of dream work and out-of-body work and things like this. So this being a focus, I think this is the big focus here. Now, outside of it, we have, it looks like the gesture, right? Or the Fool, okay? Behind them, we have another person, and it looks like almost they are holding the flag for this person, raising the banner. Now, over here, we have a person who is running. You can see here's the head, here's the arm, their legs like all the way wrapped around, like they're going. Now, over here, we have a person on a horse. Here's the person, here's the horse, galloping towards. So I'm getting the impression that there is a little bit of turmoil, maybe not negative, but it seems chaotic, right? There's somebody acting a fool, and we're just going to do it right on the nose, right? And I feel like it's like they're bringing this energy into your sacred space, your personal life, right? And we should. If you don't already, you should think of not only your home, you know, wherever you dwell, as your sacred temple, but your personal life in general. Your personal life in general is your temple. We must be very, very careful who we invite into our sacred spaces, into our quiet spaces, into our, into our homes, into our bedrooms, into the hours that we keep with one another. We must be, very, very decisive about these things. And so I feel like it's almost like you maybe had the best intentions with this person, this Fool person. And maybe this is like a friendship that you've been trying to rekindle, or, you know, you keep giving them chances over the years, or maybe this is a relationship. Maybe it's somebody you've started dating in the last year, couple years, and you're really starting to see their potential for, well, just kind of making things crazy, right? Bringing the drama. Creating an atmosphere that feels, I'm not going to say it's unsafe, but it's like you just don't ever know. Like, how is this person going to be feeling? How are they going to be acting? Can I even tell them anything? Are they going to, you know, these kinds of feelings. And who wants to live that way? I know I don't. I'm imagining that you don't either. Now, we have the person running, right? And then we have the person showing up with the horse. And this is kind of that real knight energy, warrior, right? And I think this is part of where your decisions are going to be made here. Are you out of here? Or are you going to spend the time to kind of sort this thing out? And that really comes down to, like, do you have the time, effort, and will? Also, do you think that you can uphold your boundaries with this person? Are they going to kind of, you know, wear you down a little bit, sweet talk you a little bit? You know, and we all have had these kinds of relationships, right? We've all, like, had somebody that we continue to go back to against all rational thinking. But I feel like for you, it's really coming up on this time where it's like, man, life is short. This is a short little time. And the universe, the divine, that God thing, it is reminding you, you're here for some kind of reason. Now, if you believe that you chose to be here, or if you're here by accident, or heck, I don't even know if I'm here at all, right? It doesn't matter. But you are here for some kind of reason, right? You have some kind of work to do here in this manifest state. What is that reason? What is your true will? What is the purpose of your life? Beyond the wants, beyond the conditioning, beyond the what I should be doing, what I shouldn't be doing. What is it? What do you desire? Ultimately. And I think that is the big question. That is the thing. All of this other stuff with the people and the dramas, and I'm seeing fish over here. We have a little mer person right here. The siren. the one that sings the beautiful songs and calls you towards them, and you find yourself in ruin. The fish is money, resources, vitality. This is a kind of person that feeds off of that. You've heard of like a emotional psychic vampire? That's this energy. Just sucking the life out of you. And the resources as well. But I see you really in this awoken state. This clarity. It's like the crack in the door is there. The light is coming through. You see your way out of this dark room. You maybe didn't even realize how dark the room had gotten. But once that light starts to shine through, you look around and you think, my goodness, I've been living here with no idea. I couldn't see the mess around me. And now it's time to get up out of here, right? Hopefully, right? And I think this next year, it's all about kind of reconfiguration, about making these choices to honor that really most core purpose. Now, in magic traditions, in the occult, I'm saying this pretty widely, I'm kind of thinking more Western Hermeticism in this case, but this is true of all systems, especially ones that have very pronounced rites of passage, or initiation processes. There comes a time, and this doesn't cease once you find some kind of answer. It continues to change, and you continue to get after it. But there comes a time when you have to figure out, what is it? What is that thing that whispers to me? What is that thing that wakes me up and gets me up out of bed? What is that thing that is calling to me? Some people call it their guardian angel, their true will, their purpose in life, their ultimate desire, dream, whatever it is. And this isn't an easy process to figure this out. We're working with decades of life and histories and conditioning and just data, right? All of the information that you experience just in a single day. I mean, let alone a lifetime. And you get to this point and you decide, I need to figure this out. Why am I here? There's something going on. I feel what? Unfulfilled, stuck, trapped, listless, confused. I'm doing well. Maybe I'm excelling in my career. My marriage is great. Relatively, right? The family is good. We have enough, or we're getting there. And yet, there is that thing. What is it? I don't know. It's missing. Where did it go? Maybe it's there and I just can't see it. But this is it. I'm going to find it. I'm going to find it, and I'm going to find every iteration of it. Right? And so I do. Looking at this particular friendship, this relationship, this is just the beginning of that self-examination, of that, self-love, of prioritizing your well-being, your needs, honoring them. Now, let's see here. We have a few J names. We also have, it looks like L-E. L-E. Maybe a name I always think, because I like read a lot of like true crime stuff on Reddit. LE stands for law enforcement, so hopefully it's not that. But that's what my mind's always like, law enforcement. What does this mean? Come back with a warrant. Just kidding. Let's see. We have also... This is funny. And this maybe is my own little brain. Like the hamster is going like it looks like it says eat, E-A-T, and immediately I thought, be careful what you're eating. Not because of nutrition or anything like that, but okay, so today is Christmas Eve here, and I always say I'm filming at night. It's because I usually do, or in the late afternoon or whatever, and it's early in the morning. Right now it's like 5 in the morning, and so we're, you know, there's a lot of parties and potlucks, and that's what we call them here, potlucks, when everybody brings you know, a portion of the meal, like a side or some meat or, you know, whatever. I'm bringing garlic potatoes and what, green beans. So but I always do. I'm always so wary. Not that anybody I know, like nobody in particular, I'm like, I don't want to eat their food. I'm just always so wary. You know, my stomach is not always the best. So that's what I'm thinking, is just be mindful. Now, when this comes out, it is going to be Christmas. But of course, not all of us celebrate Christmas, okay? So whatever it is, if you are celebrating something or not, just be mindful. This might be a time that we, you know, if you see something that's been sitting out on the counter for 5 hours and it has like dairy products in it, maybe just kind of, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not throwing hex here, not saying that anything is going to happen, but it is something to keep in mind, okay? If you want to have a nice few days after. Okay, let's see. I want to go over here. We also have another fish, okay? We also have two people embracing. You can see one head here, arms together, legs together. Now, for me, 100% feel like in this next cycle of time, okay, going into this new year, there is going to be some kind of love affair. Now, the word affair does not mean cheating, okay? That's not what I mean. That's not what I mean. Let me say this one more time. I do not mean that you're going to cheat on anybody. No, but I do think that there will be kind of, yeah, a little flirtation, maybe a little getting to know you, maybe a rekindling of something older. Maybe you're married. Maybe you've been married for 25 years, 40 years. And this is the time you're growing back together. You're finding each other once again. You're laughing together for the first time in a long time, holding hands, sharing little glances across the room. That sounds really nice, doesn't it? When you've been married for a while, when you have these moments where you're just in it together. And let's face it, we'd all love to think that this is how it's always going to be when you're married, but it's just not. It's just not. Sometimes circumstances lead you apart a little bit. Sometimes, you know, you just need to kind of focus on your own stuff. Sometimes we're just really busy. But then you find each other again. And I see in this next cycle of time really a beautiful kind of love. Okay? Nothing volatile. Nothing back and forth. No, this is something where you can lean on each other. You feel safe in this union here. Now, also money. Money coming through this year. And, and I almost feel like camping. Like, we have a person sitting on a dock right here. And you can see, like, up close, it looks like here's the dock and here's the person kind of sitting, looking out into the world. We also have two people, and look, they look like they're looking at the stars. So I'm thinking, like, maybe this is camping. Maybe you're gonna be going on a trip. You're going out to the wilderness. You're going to where there's water, where there is sky that is, you know, not as polluted, right? I'm lucky enough that I live out in the country, and we can see the whole Milky Way. It's crazy. I remember the first time my daughter saw it, she was like, what is that? What's that line across the sky? I said, that's the Milky Way. We couldn't see it before, even though we lived in a small town. Just a little bit of light, you know, it obscures things. Okay, let's do our lucky numbers. 70. 70. 3. Number 3. 703. And don't go off the thing. Okay. And 36. Okay, so we have 73 and 36. Now we're going to finish off with our Wild Offering Oracle cards. And I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to flip through. Stop where it feels right. And it says, empowerment. When you ask the divine to take over, you get pulled into your own authentic power. It's a force of inner love that wants your wholeness and your magnificence. Unfold my true and radiant self, dear Lord. Unfold my true and radiant self, dear Lord. Yeah, and that's like another way of saying true will, right? True self, all of that. Okay, Pisces, I'm going to go ahead and tell you I love you because I do. And I thank you for spending this time with me. I look forward to the new year because I am going to be, well, back on my regular schedule. I know these last weeks, 2 months really, so many things going on in my personal life. Like nothing bad, just busy. And as a lot of you know, my husband also has a channel, and he has a way bigger channel. His channel is bigger. So it takes priority. But definitely going to be working a lot more in the new year. And I'm looking forward to that. I miss doing, I miss being on schedule. But I do. I used to put out 3 or 4 videos a day. So I want to get back to that, and just got to get into the schedule has to slow down. And thankfully that will be happening. So we'll get back to normal here pretty soon. And I appreciate all of you that have stuck with the channel, all of you that are new to the channel. Also, again, I want to thank you for putting up with my voice. Obviously, I sound like crud, and I have been pretty dang sick the last week or so. So, on the mend, thank you for all your love and support. If you want to subscribe, if you haven't yet, definitely hit the little subscribe, and you can hit the bell button. That'll let you know when the next videos are coming out. If you want to like the video, that does help the channel. And leaving comments. I just love hearing. I read all of them, and I love hearing from you. So if you want to leave a comment. Other than that, I want to say again, I love you. Take care of yourself. I'm pretty sure that I'll have a video out before the new year. But Yeah, we will. We're gonna do it. And so, not Happy New Year yet, but it will be pretty soon here, just a few days. All right, I love you. Take care of yourself. We're gonna talk soon. Good night.